everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to discuss movie tie-in covers and what Japan does that is just so good. Because I think I would have to say movie tie-in covers are probably the hated cover abroad. That's definitely something I've seen on YouTube and just like reading blogs and library thing. It's just I think it's a very popular opinion that movie tie-in covers are not that great. So if you're not familiar with what a movie tie-in cover, I mean it's basically what it is. It's a book that is basically re-released after a movie has come out, and they use the characters from the movie as the cover of the re-released publication. So I'm holding my hand My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier, it's a very old book, but when the movie came out, they used Rachel Weisz, who plays Rachel, and they use her as the cover of this book. And actually, for me, I quite dislike movie tie-in covers for the most part, because typically I don't always like real people being on my covers for whatever reason. But I actually really like this cover, probably just because Rachel Weisz was incredible in this movie, and she really portrayed the character Rachel so well. So actually, I don't mind this cover, but there are definitely other covers. So I'm like, I could have done without that. But what I wanted to discuss is what Japan does that is so amazing. So I'm going to give you an example of just general Japanese marketing, because this is basically a marketing thing, right? New movie comes out, you want to promote it. Because the movies come out, you think people are going to want to read the book, and so you want to promote the book in terms of the movie. And so if people see, oh, that's Rachel Weisz, that's that character, that's that movie I just saw, oh, this is definitely the book that I'm supposed to be reading, you know, people will buy the book because of that. Japan typically does their marketing on what's called the obi. So this is basically the paperback version of a Japanese hardback. So this is the hardback version of a book, and this is the paperback version that comes out. So these are the two basic editions you'll find in Japan. And what they do with marketing is they create this obi, which is this little paper tab that wraps around the book. And there's this whole discussion in Japan about, are you a person who takes off the obi and throws it away, or do you keep it on your bookshelf? It's one of those like fun discussions, kind of like, do you dog ear a page or not? Are you a bookmark person or not? But in any case, these obi, which means belt, so basically traditional Japanese clothing was the kimono, and obi was the sash around the kimono that keeps the kimono together. And when the Western belt was introduced, they used the same word for the belt. So an obi is basically a belt. And so because this wraps around a book, it's called an obi, just so you know. But yeah, so they have these obis, and it has all of the marketing. So for example, when you have a blurb on the book, which I don't have in front of me, but for example, when you have a blurb from oh, Margaret Atwood thinks this book is fantastic, or if you're a fantasy person, Brandon Sanderson said this book was amazing, thrilling, the best fantasy I've read in a long time. Even blurbs, that does not go on the main cover of a book in Japan. Blurbs will be on these obis. So all the marketing is done on these obis. So your covers are always free of any excess information other than just the title of the book and then the author of the book. So for this obi, because we're talking about movie tie-in covers, it says this book was made into a movie recently. And then it also gives you key blurbs. So you do get a blurb on a Japanese book. This is the blurb. But these will have keywords, shocking, engrossing, thrilling. And then on the back of this obi, it actually gives quotes from, here's a 10-year-old girl and then a 30-year-old woman who are giving their quotes oh, super interesting. I read it in one sitting, basically. So this is the marketing for books. And so this video was inspired because I was at the bookstore the other day, as one does when one is a reader. And I'm currently reading in Japanese slowly because I'm not really reading it continuously. I keep picking it up with the intention of reading, and then I keep putting it down because I'm distracted. But technically I'm reading Murasaki no Skirto no Onna by Imamura Natsuko, which was recently translated into English and came out this past year as The Woman in the Purple Skirt by Natsuko Imamura. And I was in the bookstore and I saw this on the stands with all the new releases. And the reason why, and I don't have the obi because that would have required me either repurchasing the book or stealing the obi, which that's not my intention. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to steal from a bookstore. But it did have an obi, and it said on the obi, like, this book is having a surge of popularity again because of its popularity on TikTok. So apparently it would seem like there are some Japanese TikTokers who have maybe Japanese book TikTokers who have been talking about this book recently, and it's created a resurgence in popularity, which just means they're publishing more. And instead of having, on the cover of the book, very popular with TikTok users, instead it's the exact same copy of the book that I have that I've purchased a long time ago, but all they did was update the obi. So it's really fantastic because Japan creates full-on movie covers. So I'm going to show you an example. It's really, really so clever, okay? So this is a mystery novel, a thriller called Smaho o otoshita dake nanoni, which means all I did was drop my smartphone. So it's going to be a thriller. Someone drops a smartphone, someone else picks it up, and then they get involved into some sort of mystery. I haven't read this yet. But this became a movie, and this is the movie cover, right? But like, say you don't want this. Check this out. This is the original cover of the book, and it's still with the original flaps. So basically a naked Japanese book looks like this, and then they all have their covers are all dust jackets. And so the original dust jacket is still on the book. All they did was create a movie dust jacket. So you can choose between the two if you want. Isn't that super clever? Like, I love that. Like, I bought this book after the movie had already come out. I had seen the book before the movie had come out, and I was interested in it. But then the movie came out, and I finally decided to purchase it. And so that's why I was able to get both covers. Another example is the book Penguin Highway, which became this really popular coming of age story of a little boy. These are all books I haven't read yet, by the way. But this was such a popular book that it became a movie in anime. So this is the anime movie cover. And then, once again, all you have to do is take off the movie tie-in cover, and you get the original cover of the book, and it's flawless. And all it has is the name of the book and the author, and that's all of it. There's no excess information that has nothing to do with the original book. All of the advertising, all of the marketing is done on a separate tab. Okay, so it's really, really great because you also get to avoid in English. So here I have Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale, and I bought it after the Hulu series come in. So I hear a lot of people complain about these fake stickers. Like, this looks like a sticker. It's not. It's actually published on the book itself. So this will always be a Hulu book, the Hulu original series book. There's nothing I can do about that. That will always on this book cover. And a lot of people don't like that. And I don't really care for it that much. Here, it's not too, like, out there. It's not bothering me that much. But if I could do without it, I would have really enjoyed not having it here. Because, like, instead, here is the book Manbiki Kazoku, which, I forget what the title was in English. This came out as a movie, so once again, you have a flap that is describing the movie. This time it's in a half-page obi, right? And here you have it. And actually, for this book, the movie is the original, and then they wrote a book based off the movie. So This is actually the original. But yeah, it's just like, again, this is the marketing. Here's your book, and then here's the movie that goes with it. So it avoids all of these, a Hulu new series or a hit on Netflix, or like even something like this, you know, the Pulitzer Prize winning novel by the Good Earth by Pearl S. Buck. Even something like that, even a book that's won a prize, they always announce, those books are always announced by these flaps, these obis. So this book, which won the Akutagawa Prize in Japan, if you see any other copies, originally it had a tab that says Akutagawa Prize winner. So it avoids just basically adding all of this extraneous information on book covers by creating these obis. So to give you one last example, here is another Japanese book that I own called Nagai Owakare, so a long goodbye. Here is the movie tie-in cover. And then all you have to do, and yeah, like here it even has like the actors and the actresses on it, and it has the director of the movie. So like for a book, like if you're a reader of a book, you don't care about that. Like, who cares? So for us book readers, once again, just have to take off the movie tie-in cover, and we're left with the original cover of the book, Nagai Wakare, and then the author's name. So super, super clever. I absolutely love this. I think this is something that Japan does oh so well. I love that it gives you the freedom to, you know, keep your books in like a book, and then, but also, you know, does give you the opportunity to see, oh wait, that was made into a movie. I would like to see a movie. So yeah, all these books, I would love to see them as a movie now, because I know they exist. So it's a really great way to, like, you know, create, you know, really good marketing, but like also keep the purity of the book for people who are definitely more book readers over movie watchers, and also for people who just don't necessarily like movie tie-in covers. Although I think this is really cute. Like the movie tie-in covers in Japan, I think Japan, like, design for books are really great in general. But like that movie tie-in cover is really nice. This one's a little substandard. This one I don't really care for as much, but it's still kind of cool. Like, I get it. This one was cute, the Penguin Highway one, because I could see this as a regular book cover. The only thing is here, like, it talks about, like, for example, Friday, August 17th on the on this like TV show, it's gonna be turned into an anime. So not so like, you know, as soon as August 17th passes, this movie tie-in cover becomes obsolete. So that's why it's nice not to have it. But like, it, you know, creates good marketing. So for example, you know, on the back, you know, they also have this campaign deal, which if you buy, I don't know, I'm not gonna, you know, if you buy something, I don't know, you also get this opportunity to win one of these sort of prizes. So yeah, it's really fantastic. Absolutely love that. And I think it's just really great for preventing, you know, now a major film by starring Rachel Weisz and Sam Claflin. Like, you know, we don't really need that information on a book cover. So anyway, I just thought you guys would be interested in that, because for me, it's something I really, really like here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this very short video. I will see you guys again next time. Bye!